All right, another game here from a couple days ago. Me mulliganing against Clockwork Simulacrum, playing Sharuum the Hegemon. Probably third tier blue-white black commander. Definitely worse than Zurin, definitely worse than Mariki, I think. I have a very good hand, and I'm going first, even though I've mulliganed. But this hand is ramp-tastic with land destruction. This card is so good in Omnath. Just ridiculous. 3 mana instant Desert Twister. Pretty hard to go wrong. As you'll see, it is used to good effect. My opponent plays a Flooded Strand, so I don't have the option of beasting or stripping his first land, but that's okay. So we got better things to do. We're casting Omnath. Now we can strip. Strip mine. Sadly, my opponent has swords. Frown. Nothing sucks more than floating mana and getting this guy killed during your attack step. I'm always afraid of the condemn possibility, of course. Been plenty of games where I haven't attacked with him, but my hand has plenty of speed and synergy anyway. I don't really need to depend on Omnath right now. So I elect not to beast within here. I kind of was waiting to see what he would play. And I didn't really want to give him a creature right away either. So he plays a Lantern. That's certainly a more juicy target anyway. I've got all these options to Green Sun Zenith out an Acidic Slime or cast Woodfall Primus. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I draw a land, then Woodfall Primus turns on right away. So end of turn I blow up the that thing. And I'm planning on just getting Acidic Slime to kill off the Chromatic Lantern. But I draw land too, which allows me to do the Primus plan. Primus. Down to 2. Already 3 mana permanents in the graveyard. It's so funny how Omnath is foremost a land destruction deck, probably more than anything else. It's kind of funny because one of the reasons why I built it was I didn't want to induce so much whining in Commander. You play blue decks with land kill and people just call you totally unsportsmanlike. So you figure you're mono green, right? You can kill other lands, but as long as you're playing with creatures, that's fair somehow. So he kills my Wild Growth land, which kind of blows. That's alright. I think this is a really dubious creature to play with in the current format. It was obviously amazing when there was legends running all over the place and the legendary rule allowed you to kill them. Under the new rules, I think it's pretty mediocre. There's a lot of repetitive targeting stuff. Not so awesome. So I cast Omnath here. And my hope here, I'm going to attack, and I'm really hoping that my opponent does not understand how the stacking works, and that he blocks. Sure enough, he does. And because he's active player, Persist for him triggers first, which means he gets to copy a beast with a counter on it. You get a beast, I get a 5/5 that kills your land with trample. Seems fair. Nice beast. But his mana just keeps on flowing. I just can't keep it down. Still at 4. But I mean, that's pretty much my answer anyway to Sharuum. So anyway, I've got green here. I still want to really keep him off of blue, especially with the reflecting pool out there. I don't want him to like treachery me or something awful. So I had the option here to just be a little bit patient and float mana across the phase to Tooth and Nail next turn. But again, of course, if he's got blue mana out, it's very likely he has counterspells, given he hasn't really done much else. And I've kind of been keeping him on the back foot, so I decided I want to just keep the land destruction flowing here. He doubles up on Woodfall Primus, kills it, that's fine. So we Zenith into Slime. Keep that blue mana down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so a couple turns away from casting Tooth and Nail with Entwine. He's got a Mox Diamond, and he throws away another land. To give you a sense of just how much mana this guy drew. Sometimes the land kill plan does not come to fruition. That's alright. So I'm going to harmonize here. Got 3 floating. 4. And this is just one of those things where, how different is this game if he does not have Path to Exile here? Blech. Of course I use it, but I lose the 4 in my pool, which is really unfortunate. So he casts Thirst for Knowledge, discards Trinket Mage, and Thoughtcast. Pretty good set of cards right there. Still at 2 mana. So I decided I'm just going to draw 4 cards. I just do Mindslaver, which is awesome. I just want to ramp up into Tooth and Nail mana. I figure next turn I can get it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all I got to do is hit 1 land off this draw 4 effect. Regal Tidings. There it is, Forest. Oh, I drew another one actually. 2 forests. So I can play my thing. I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. So he casts Metamorph, conveniently getting Acidic Slime to kill my land, and shutting off the Tooth and Nail for a turn. And he brainstorms and plays a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still have 9 though because of the wall. Alright, so here we go. Opponent has 1 card in hand. I have Garruk Mindslaver, and now I'm about to have Terastodon and Kozilek come into play. And you might be wondering, why did I even record this game? It apparently seems so lopsided. Well, you are about to find out. Pact of Negation with 1 card in hand. And you just drew that blue mana also. That's no big deal. So I'm attacking with the Acidic Slime here specifically because I know he can't block. Well, I mean, he could block. But if he does block, and then he top decks a land 2 turns from now to return Sharuum to play, he can get the slime, but he doesn't really copy anything of consequence with it. He could get Regal Force and draw 1, I guess. But at the same time, yeah, I kind of want to get this out of play and get my own Acidic Slime out of play. So I was really hoping he would draw, but he would block, but he doesn't, which is smart. So here he goes, paying his 5. Plays a fetch land. Okay, so on this turn I'm thinking, okay, well I have a couple of choices. I can cast Mindslaver and use it. He would sack at the end of the turn. I get him to untap, and basically he has no cards in his hand, so the odds of him drawing anything that punishes him are extremely low. I guess I could get him to attack with Acidic Slime, and allowing me to hit back for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it doesn't really result in me doing anything particularly good. He's just going to cast Sharuum next turn and be pretty fortified. So I decided to go for the kill here. I'm going to play Garruk and Mindslaver and basically give him 1 turn to respond. If he doesn't draw like a disenchant effect, certainly his commander doesn't do anything. If he doesn't draw a disenchant effect from Mindslaver, he basically loses the game, because at that point I untap, I Mindslaver him, I level up, well Garruk's already leveled up, I level up Garruk again, and play Omnath, and then on his turn I control his turn, make him just attack me with both of his guys, and then I untap and pump Omnath some more, overrun with Garruk and kill him. So that's definitely my plan here. A lot of people kind of forget actually that they can let Mindslaver hang out and use it at a more opportune time. They just think it's got to be used right away. So that's my play here. No cards in hand. What could the opponent draw? What's the worst thing that the opponent could draw? The worst possible card for me right here. I guess short of something like a Chroma's Vengeance, which would be bad, but at least would keep my Garruk around. Something much worse than that, actually. You're about to see him top deck it. So he taps 6 mana, and I'm very hopeful like he's just going to play a useless Sharuum, which does nothing. He draws Copy Artifact off the top with exactly enough mana to activate it, despite my million land kill spells earlier in the game. And I have Mindslaver in play, and he uses it. And I can't resist making a comment. Unreal top deck. And then, in response, on the turn he's controlling, what do I draw? Terastodon. Of all the things in my entire deck I could draw, I draw this. And I figure, my god, I'm totally screwed now. Because he's going to play Terastodon, he kills Garruk, or he doesn't need to kill Garruk, of course, because Garruk's at 4. But he kills Mindslaver, and he kills, I don't know, maybe one of my lands and one of his lands or something. Probably just 2 of my lands. And so I get totally screwed. I lose the Mindslaver, I lose Garruk, and I blow up some of my lands. So awful. Oh, and he gets a 9 now. Oh, no, I guess I get the 9/9. But nope. He Mindslavers me with my own Mindslaver, which if you read the card, sacrifice, you control target player during that player's next turn. Well, it's my turn, and I'm the target player, so it means me, which means that I just control myself, so this does nothing. And I say that was one of the most insane things I've ever seen playing Magic, which is true. No cards in hand, top deck copy artifact, and then I top deck Terastodon. But fortunately, he did not play it, which is awesome. And then, to compound the problems, he runs my my Primal Force into his Acidic Slime. So now that problem scenario I talked about earlier actually occurs, where he can recur it with Sharuum. And he kills Garruk. God, it's so awful. But I'm still really in this, actually. Like, despite this, I feel like I still have fine long-term prospects for a number of reasons. I lose a forest, big deal. Because I still have the Terastodon plan. I can still roast a bunch of his mana. And then just get Omnath to go large on him when his mana's crippled. Because surely he can't continue to keep drawing mana this game. Down to 3 again. I've destroyed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana sources this game. And this guy's got the blue flyer answered, even though a 5/5 is normally annoying. Scrib Ranger's got it covered. So I'm still feeling super confident, right? He can't continue to just Vampiric Tutor every turn. There's a land right off the top, which is fine. I draw Oracle, so I get to skip past all my forests that are coming on the top of my deck. Actually, I haven't even drawn that many this game. Yes, Elvish Spirit Guide. That's exactly what we needed. So I can shuffle at least, get rid of that garbage. So I get 2 forests. And the top of my deck is Fyndorn Elf. Awesome. But I'm hopeful. I'm going to top deck something good, right? It's only fair. Check this out. 4 mana exactly. Tezzeret, Agent of Bolas. Alright, that's bad. But not the end of the world. I can just Siren's Call into it with a bunch of my guys and kill it off. And he looks at the top 5. And again, what's the worst case scenario here? What's the card that he could draw here, equipment-wise, that would totally destroy me? Yeah, there it is. Might as well have that on top too. Sword of Feast and Famine. Arg, no forests. So I just attack to plink the Tezzeret for what it's worth. And I play Omnath. Play the Elf. Done. So I'm just going to hope to get a big army out that I can just bum rush into Tezzeret here. But he still only has 4 lands, so at least I have a reasonable chance that he may go a few turns, well, at least 1 turn without being able to equip his sword. Draw 5, or look at the top 5. Hey, look, artifact land on top too. Why not? So he plays that. Now sword's active. Attack. I take 7. Perfect number. And he gets to untap. He plays a key. Oh yeah, also to allow this stupid artifact guy to get double time against me as a blocker, so I can't even kill off Tezzeret. So absurd. Right, pump a bunch of mana into my guy. Again, no forests, nothing of use at all. Just play that dork. Normally I would have sent in this guy too, but I did the math here, and because he can untap, even if I send an Oracle, I can't quite kill Tezzeret off. And I really, really need it. Just, you know, I increase my odds of having a card that actually matters a little bit, like maybe Sylvan Primordial or something, or any type of artifact kill. Karn, There's a lot of things I could draw. I could also draw the duplicate. He blocks everything. Clunk, clunk, clunk. I just pump up Omnath to survive. I can take him to 2. And he could have blocked differently to actually keep Tezzeret alive. He just blocked that way because he could. Oh yeah, he gets a Mox Opal off of it too. And I take another 7. And unfortunately, if you look at the top of my deck, Search for Tomorrow on top. That is not an answer. And at this point, I know I have no outs. And there's Skull Clamp on top, which would have been pretty fortuitous a turn earlier. Alas, it is not to be. Clockwork Simulacrum defeats Omnath with a series of very, very improbable to perfect top decks. I do lose some games sometimes. I don't post too many games where I do lose, honestly, because they don't occur too often. But this happened to be one of them. But that's what it takes to beat me. You got to get pretty damn lucky. Hope you enjoyed the game. More to come.